Well, we're joined in the studio now by Antony Haddley, the Union Affairs Officer at the University of Leeds. And also let me introduce you to Christina Annesley. Now, she's the Vice Chair of the Young Independence Yorkshire. That's the youth branch of the UK Independence Party. Well, let me come first to you, Antony. They're not going to change their minds now, are they? Tuition fees are here. Absolutely.
But I think what this march and this demonstration is about is showing the politicians that we are being affected by this change, and we're also being affected by the wider changes beyond fees, such as the difficulty of getting a job.
What good's a march going to do?
I think it's showing that students still care, even though there's a lot of disempowered students there, particularly after a lot of them voted for the first time for a party that's gone back on its promises to abolish tuition fees altogether. I think it's about showing, you know, these changes are affecting us, and it's showing the country we still care.
Okay. Well, Christina, have a view about that, because yours is completely opposite to what Antony believes, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the question is not what they can change, but whether or not should they change. I mean, there are people on minimum wage right now who are paying more of an income tax bill than you're being asked to pay after you graduate. You're asked to pay after you graduate out of 22k a year, £7 a month. I mean, is that really something we should be protesting about? Is it really fair to ask people?
So you feel it's a privilege to be a student, and you should all stop whinging?
Yeah,
people like Antony.
I mean, it's not necessarily a privilege, but I wouldn't say it's a right. And there are people who have got a lot worse in our economy than students have.
So, Antony, actually, the government will say that the reforms have made the university system fairer and more progressive. Would you have any agreement with that at all?
No, not at all. What we're seeing is students are being put off by coming to university, and we think that everyone should have the opportunity to do so. Students have got an average of about 50k of debt once they come out of university, just because they want to further their career prospects and contribute to this.
Well, shouldn't we stop some of these silly degrees for degrees in whatever, butterfly studying or whatever it might be? Shouldn't it just be that, you know, there are just very simple set university courses that will get you a job at the end of it?
Well, look, I think that's a completely different conversation. Universities, particularly the University of Leeds, is a fantastic institution, and let's not forget, students don't just come to university to learn, they also come to create new knowledge and advance this country's economy.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry we didn't get back to you. We will get back to you, I'm sure, because we'll see you in the future. But thank you very much for joining in the discussion.
I'm not naive to say that universities should be completely exempt from the cuts. We're in a position where we're seeing the NHS being cut, so clearly, you know, no one is safe and the government is having to make difficult decisions. But I think from my point of view, and what students across our campus feel, is that we had no part in creating this economic climate that necessitates an age of austerity. Also, the government believes, you know, we think that the effect on universities and the effect on students has been disproportionate.